Let me ask you something, and I need you to be brutally honest. Are you ready to be rich? Not just say you want to be rich, but actually do what it takes. Because here's the truth that nobody wants to tell you. Building wealth is not about getting lucky. It's not about finding the perfect stock or the next crypto coin. It's about sacrifice. Real, uncomfortable, sometimes painful sacrifice. The kind that makes your friends question you, your family worry about you, and your ego scream at you. But here's the other truth. Every single person who has built serious wealth from nothing has made these sacrifices. They traded something temporary for something permanent. They gave up what they wanted today so they could have what they truly wanted tomorrow. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what those sacrifices are. According to the 2025 Global Wealth Report, the U.S. added over 379,000 new millionaires in 2024 alone, more than 1,000 people per day. These aren't all tech founders or hedge fund managers. Many are everyday people who quietly crossed seven figures without inheritances or flashy lifestyles. They all share one simple habit. They build wealth through consistent, long-term saving and investing, rather than chasing quick wins. They are millionaires just walking amongst us. And here's what they all had to give up. Sacrifice number 1, immediate gratification. This is the most fundamental sacrifice, and it's the one that separates the wealthy from everyone else. The average person wants what they want, and they want it now. A new phone, a nicer car, a vacation, a fancy dinner. They see something, they feel the urge, and they satisfy it immediately. That's instant gratification, and it's hardwired into every human being. But millionaires have learned to override that wiring. They understand delayed gratification. They have the patience to wait for greater abundance in the future. They know that by spending $1 today, they may feel good for an instant, but their future wealth will be destroyed. Research backs this up. Follow-up studies on delayed gratification revealed that those who managed to delay gratification consistently outperformed their peers decades later. They had higher academic achievement, better health outcomes, and stronger financial positions. Delayed gratification is not about denial, it's about discernment. The art of knowing when to wait, when to act, and when to protect the goals that matter most. Think about your own life. How many times have you bought something on impulse and regretted it later? How many subscriptions are you paying for that you barely use? How many times have you chosen the expensive option because you deserved it? That's the trap. Every time you give in to instant gratification, you're choosing today's pleasure over tomorrow's freedom. And that choice, repeated thousands of times, is what keeps you broke. The wealthy do the opposite. When they want something, they pause, they wait. Before you make any unplanned purchase, you wait 24 hours or a week to see if you still want it. Most of the time, the urge passes, and that money stays in your account, working for you instead of disappearing. Sacrifice number 2, time and personal freedom. This one hurts. Building wealth takes time. Not just a little time, a lot of time. While everyone else is relaxing on weekends, binge-watching shows, or going out with friends, the future wealthy are working. They're learning, building, and grinding. They trade free time now to buy freedom later, and that trade changes everything. A 2024 Forbes analysis showed that people are twice as likely to hit their goals when they're constantly reminded of the sacrifices they've already made. Rich people know those early sacrifices pay off later. But here's what most people don't realize. Wealth creation often means choosing isolation over influence. While others are out every weekend, rich people are building. They pass on invites, tune out distractions, and miss milestones that don't align with their goals. Let me tell you about Matthew Tran, founder of Birchberry. He made a conscious decision to reinvest nearly every dollar of profit back into his company. When most people start making money, they spend it on a new car, fancy vacations, or the latest gadgets. But Matthew knew that if he wanted to build something lasting, he needed to keep his focus on scaling the business. He sacrificed his personal spending so his business could grow. And it's not just about money, it's about your time. The wealthy are ruthless with their time. They don't waste it on things that don't move the needle. They say no to things that don't align with their goals. They understand that time is the only resource you can never get back, so they use it with purpose. Even downtime usually has a plan behind it. Every hour you spend scrolling social media, watching TV, or doing things that don't move you towards your goals is an hour you're not building wealth, and those hours add up. Over a year, that could be thousands of hours. Imagine what you could build with that time. Sacrifice number 3, your comfort zone and job security. This is the sacrifice nobody talks about, but it's one of the most painful. To build serious wealth, you often have to leave the safety of a regular paycheck. You have to take risks. You have to bet on yourself, and that is terrifying. Most people choose the comfort of a steady job over the uncertainty of building something of their own. But here's the truth. The biggest risk is not taking any risk at all. Relying on a single income source in today's economy is like walking on a tightrope without a net. One layoff, one illness, one market shift, and you're falling. The quiet millionaires didn't get rich through their salaries. Many don't even have outlier salaries. One married couple achieved millionaire status despite starting with a mountain of debt. They didn't do it by staying comfortable. They did it by consistently living below their means, investing steadily, and refusing to give up. The wealthy also sacrifice the comfort of following the crowd. They don't invest in trendy stocks just because everyone else is. They think long-term, not short-term. They make decisions based on math and probability, not fear or greed. And let's talk about your comfort zone in another way. Are you willing to learn new skills? Are you willing to be bad at something before you become good at it? Ramit Sethi talks about the difference between learning and entertainment. Saving motivational quotes on Instagram doesn't count as learning. Real investment shows up in 2 places, your calendar and your spending. If you're serious about improving, you'll spend actual money on books, courses, or coaching, and block out time to apply what you learn. One reader bought a course, actually went through the material, and landed a $20,000 raise. Compare that to someone who says, I'll get to it someday, but 10 years later is still at the same desk making the same paycheck. So ask yourself, are you willing to be uncomfortable? Are you willing to take a risk? Are you willing to bet on yourself? Because if the answer is no, then wealth will always be something that happens to other people. Sacrifice number 4, social approval and relationships. This is the sacrifice nobody talks about, but it's one of the most painful. When you start building wealth, your relationships change. Not everyone wants you to win. As your goals evolve, so does your circle. People start to show their real colors. Guilt trips, jealousy, entitlement. Sometimes it gets ugly. The rich aren't heartless, they're just clear. They outgrow the energy that doesn't match their future. Keeping everyone happy means staying stuck. Growth costs comfort, and that includes who gets a seat at the table. Friends who once celebrated small wins can become quiet when big wins roll in. Money changes the room, and not everyone can handle it. Rich people learn to spot the difference and protect their peace even if it means letting go. And it's not just friends. Family gets complicated too. Expectations rise fast. Suddenly, you're the one everyone calls when something breaks. That gets heavy. Boundaries start to blur. Some relationships crack under the pressure. Rich people learn to say no without the drama, because saying yes to everything doesn't help. It just burns everyone out. Quiet millionaires don't flash money around. They avoid designer logos as wealth symbols. They don't buy things just to impress others. They understand that real wealth is quiet. It doesn't need to be validated by anyone else. And when you stop seeking validation from others, you free yourself from the need to spend money on things that don't matter. Fortune magazine recently featured millionaires who live an underconsumption life. They drive second-hand cars, batch cook, and never buy new clothes. Bill Gates drives an electric Fiat 500 gifted to him by Bono. Even Mr. Beast sleeps in his office and had to borrow money from his mom to pay for his wedding. These people don't care what others think. They care about building wealth. Sacrifice number 5, the appearance of wealth. This is the sacrifice that most people absolutely refuse to make. They want to look rich. They want the nice car, the designer clothes, the Instagram-worthy vacations. They want people to see them and think they've made it. But here's the irony. The people who look rich are often the ones who are broke, and the people who are actually rich often look completely ordinary. Shiny cars and foreign trips may look impressive on Instagram, but many self-made millionaires fly economy or drive modest cars. For them, net worth matters more than net show. This is what Ramit Sethi calls playing offense with your money. Most people play defense. They wait until the end of the month and say, I guess I spent that much. Successful people play offense. They negotiate, automate, and get aggressive about their finances. One reader called their landlord and negotiated $175 off their rent. That's not a one-time win. It's $175 every single month. The wealthy also avoid financial drains. They're cautious about expensive divorces, supporting adult children, and overspending on housing. They create a plan, stick to it, and regularly review it. That doesn't leave a lot of wiggle room for extravagant purchases. One self-made millionaire, Jonathan Sanchez, reached a net worth of $1 million at 37, but he still goes to the local library regularly, brews his own coffee, does DIY repairs, and buys used cars. He doesn't spend on sports equipment, financial advisor fees, gym memberships, hair services, or luxury handbags. He's not depriving himself. He's being intentional. Lucy Guo, the youngest self-made female billionaire at 30, still shops on Shein, drives a Honda Civic, and uses Uber Eats coupons. She's worth over $1 billion, and she's still frugal. So here's the hard question for you. Are you willing to look poor so you can become rich? Are you willing to drive an old car, live in a modest home, wear simple clothes, and eat at home while your friends are out spending money they don't have? Because if you're not, you'll never build real wealth. How to make these sacrifices without feeling miserable. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds awful. You're asking me to give up everything I enjoy. But here's what you're missing. These sacrifices are temporary. You're giving them up for a season, usually 5 to 10 years, so you can have them for the rest of your life. The wealthy trade short-term discomfort for long-term freedom. If you invest $500 a month at a 7% return for 25 years, you'll have over $380,000. If you invest $1,000 a month, you'll have over $760,000. If you can save and invest $2,000 a month, you'll be a millionaire in about 20 years. That's not magic, that's math. Once you build that wealth, you don't have to keep sacrificing. You can buy the nice car, you can take the vacations, but you do it from a position of strength, not weakness. Your action plan. First, identify your biggest source of instant gratification. Pick one and cut it for 30 days. Put that money into savings. See how it feels. Second, audit your time. Track how you spend every hour for 1 week. Replace wasted time with something that builds your skills or your business. Third, take one calculated risk. Start a side hustle, learn a new skill, invest in something you've been afraid to try. Fourth, have an honest conversation with your inner circle. Tell them about your goals. The people who truly care about you will understand and support you. Fifth, stop caring about what people think. Your neighbor with the new BMW might be drowning in debt. Your coworker with the designer handbag might have zero savings. You are running your own race. Final words. I know this is hard. I know these sacrifices are uncomfortable, but every single person who has built real wealth from nothing has made them. The 2025 Global Wealth Report shows that over 379,000 new millionaires were created in the U.S. in 2024 alone. These aren't lottery winners. They're ordinary people who made extraordinary choices. They drive boring cars, live in rented homes, and never buy new clothes. And they have something you probably want: real financial freedom. So, I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you ready to be rich? Not just say you want to be rich, but actually do what it takes. If the answer is yes, then start today. Make one sacrifice, just one, then another, And one day, you'll look at your net worth statement and see a number you never thought possible, and you'll realize that every sacrifice was worth it. If this video gave you a roadmap, hit the like button so more people can see it. Share it with a friend who needs to hear this. Subscribe for more real, practical financial advice. And remember, wealth is not about what you give up. It's about what you gain. Freedom, security, peace of mind. That's what you're building. Let's build it together, starting now.